Hello, traders. Welcome to the Wednesday stream. I hope you had a good one where it was pretty uneventful in terms of like the markets. Really, I mean, commodities are continuing to rally some, and crypto, you know, pretty flat. I mean, we're talking 24 hours ago, Bitcoin was virtually the same price it's at right now. You got to a high point of 21,930, still within the parameters of this beautiful, for now, bearish flag, like a bear flag, right? A bear pull, the bear flag, the bearish consolidation, as the reset of the oscillators continues, sitting right around 50 on the 4-hour. But now, if we do go to less significant time scales, about half as significant in the 4-hour, there is something. I'm looking at the 2-hour here, and you can see concisely a high, about the same high, and then a slightly higher high. So you have triple bearish divergence, completely and utterly developed here. That 2-hour unable to break into the bullish control zone, soundly rejected. So not really good, man. This is not the price action you're looking for if you want everything that just happened, right? With the false bullish breakout and the bearish back test and the massive drawdown. The last thing you want after all those events is for this to happen. This is the worst price action you could possibly imagine if you want higher prices for real. Okay? Nothing's changed. It's all, but now the scrub time scales starting to gain an edge. I mean, you add the classic bearish divergence on the 2-hour with the whenever the hidden bearish divergence at any time will begin its development. I mean, it's like really hard to kind of know when you're going to really start losing that positive momentum. But as soon as that happens, from this high to the substantially lower high, that's there, higher levels. So you've got the 2 and the 4-hour both kind of telling us not good. Continuation or reversal to the downsides implied. So we got an hour to go. It's power hour. So anything's possible, man. This thing start pumping, dude. Because the last 60 minutes trading for the 24-hour candle closes. But yeah, that's where we stand. It's pretty, you know, sometimes we get crazy price action. Rarely we get crazy price action in a day, and then you'll get days like this. Many days will go by and just it's the same price it was yesterday, day before, right? So that's all I got for you. We can go to the daily. The daily that is certainly still inside the bearish control zone, barely. My God, dude, look at that, sitting at 39.6. Not much of it, dude. This is like same price, 4 days now, right? Closing and opening around the same price. After a big drawdown on high volume. Not really what I'm looking for higher prices, but anything's possible, okay? Nvidia missed earnings today, so that's going to drive tech down. They're also like, their third quarter forecast is down $1 billion. These things can't be good for equities, which in turn is just not going to be good for crypto. Crypto being a risk-on asset class, just like tech. And that's it. That's just your Bitcoin. I mean, that's the update, dude. If you want to look at the old flag or the old rising wedge that played out but has not quite hit its measure move, this bear flag might take us there. Take us to the promised land of $20,000. Right? The size of the structure from the bearish breakout. 100% of the size, right? Here it is, 20K. It just doesn't seem like unreasonable to believe the bear flag plays out. It doesn't even make a 100% measure move of the bear pole, but it does hit the key inflection point, the previous cycle top from 2017, 100% measure move of the rising wedge. And then maybe by then we show bullish divergence on the oscillators. Maybe by then you get something that looks like this. And then, right, at a key inflection point, 19891, you show seller exhaustion. Then we'll talk about a more meaningful reaction reversal, right? Just, you're not at a key inflection point right now as I'm speaking to you. You're just not. and you don't have a bullish edge at all. So it's coming off of a high volume markdown and a very long-term downtrend, even though we know we've been in this midterm uptrend. Those things come to an end. A lot of times they come to an end with bearish structures, rising wedges, right? Bearish divergence, false bullish breakouts. Okay. I'm sorry, that's all we got for now. Let's go to Ethereum. That was kind of harder to decipher. Like, what is it? Like, big one's textbook. This one's kind of like, it's kind of weird, man. How do you adjust? Well, how do you anchor? You know, this could still be valid, you know, just going from this top. I figured it would be like this. Disregarding that, because the bottom, right, when you hit the bottom and then when the rally begins and you peak out, that's when you start the consolidation, you know? So I figured like that was, so if that's the case, you've broken out of this little flag, but it's going to be the same outcome as Bitcoin, right? Because you got that hidden bearish divergence developing at some point on the 4 hour, and I'm betting the 2 hour. I haven't even looked at the 2 hour on Ethereum. Oh, there it is, chat. The triple bearish divergence. 1, 2, 3. That is impending price action. Reverse to the downside, rejecting the bullish control zone not once but twice. Below 60. That is not what you're looking for. Hard to have confidence right now. If you want the price to go higher, this is not the price action you're looking for. I'm telling you, dude. V-shape, man. We got to get massive volume. V-shape. Completely bamboozling the impulse down. You haven't even come close, man. You're not even coming close to threatening the previous highs. In fact, what's the retrace? From the high to the low now. You haven't even made a 38% retrace yet, which is around 1730, which is not weird at all to think that that could happen, where you go test that, reject it, reconfirm the validity of it as a massive resistance for rolling over. But how are you going to get there? How are you going to get there? Bitcoin showing bearish divergence on the 2 hour, as well as Ethereum, and the hidden bearish divergence will be ushered in by the 2 hour bearish divergence playing out. It's just hard to see it happening. I mean, that's very weak so far, right? Any kind of retrace you ever get commonly is going to be in that golden zone, and that's from the high to the low, between the 38% and the 61.8% retraces. Common retraces on traditional markets. This is not a traditional market, but it acts like one occasionally, you know, most of the time, really. With the patterns and the inflection points and reversals and volume and divergence, similar. Yes, the student loan forgiveness, which I think is extremely unconstitutional. It's a political ploy, a stunt, because, you know, if they were going to do this the right way, they would have gone through, right, Congress, right, the House, the Senate. But it wasn't done that way. So, and this is going to get caught up in the Supreme Court for a long time, and that's the whole point, right? The whole point. They know that it's probably dead for them to do this, but again, man, it's all about the midterms, for sure. Okay, sorry about Ethereum. 2 hour, 4 hour, not looking hot, man. They just aren't. I hope they go to moon, man. Always. I'm always hoping for $1 million candle in a second. It's not realistic, dude. It's just not. Okay? So just proceed with, as we were discussing, proceed with caution up here, right? Ad nauseum. Proceed with caution. Proceed with caution still. Because it's been a good run, man. Real good run. All right. I guess we go total. Course.
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
Well, I mean, wow. Cool story on your little rally here, right? Your little rally that we figured it was possible for a bearish back test of 1.036 trillion. But we have not received that bearish back test as of this date in time. You may never get there because I'm sure, right? The 2 hour bearish divergence is going to exist here as well. Am I wrong here? What's up, Raph, man? How about chat? Dang, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll do that, like, in the lineup. We'll go after this.
RAFD tipped $100.12. Let's go. Tether dominance, please. 0.060177770 ETH.
Yeah, well, look at the Tether dominance. That had that massive bullish breakout, and as bull flagging, it is the inverse of the chart that we're looking at right now. Thanks so much, RAFD. supporting this channel and community, man. That's what you're doing when you contribute. 100% crowdsourced. No affiliate marketing links. No paid sponsors. No advertising. No monetization via YouTube. It is just y'all. So I really, really appreciate that. Oh, what in the world's going on here? I mean, could we paint something? I don't even know, man. Let's try. Oh my God. Is it just a flag? Is it just it's pretty much just a bear flag, dude, right? Just a bear flag. Let's go ahead and do that with the parallel channel tool. Always gives us the most accurate. 3 on the top. Oh my God. 2 on the bottom. That's just not really what you want to see, chat. Okay, it's just not. In fact, it's terrible. I mean, if you like measure the pole, which it's subjective here. Where's the top of the pole? Is it up here? If you're conservative, you just talk about like a drawdown. Just a drawdown from this, I would say this top here to this low, to the candle low close. Maybe that would be the bear pole, bear flag combination measured move from the, you know, top of the flag, whatever. You're looking for a measured move around $900 billion or so. Yeah, some people measure the move from the top of the flag. Some do it from the breakout, like most patterns. Then it'd be a much crazier occurrence. We're talking about 867 billion. So I'm just saying, man, you are setting up for lower prices here, even though those lower prices haven't really come yet. Well, they did, right? But I'm just talking about more downside. Lower prices from where we are now. And it could be significant if this is a real bear flag. This is a very, very real looking bear flag. Dude, flip the chart. That's a very real bull flag, isn't it? On a bullish breakout, the bull flag, yeah. Proceed with caution. That's all I can tell you, because this is not what you want to see if you're bullish, even if it keeps going higher. Wow, dude. Keep going long on assets that are breaking down on high volume and then bearishly consolidating, and then they're at the top of those bearish consolidation structures. Have fun continuously doing that, playing the numbers game. You're going to be homeless. Okay, so let's go to US dollar tether dominance for Raft. Thanks again, dude. Well. Where's my work? Is it not showing on the... It's only on the daily. Okay, the daily. You see what's happening here? It's a dream state. Falling wedge breakout. And this consolidation is controlled, methodical, slightly down sloping. Yikes. Really, really good if you're bullish on US dollar tether dominance. I'm seldom going to the 4-hour on this. Just look on the daily. Daily's been wonderful. Well, I mean, come on, dude. Really? Do we use the tool, the parallel channel here? Of course we do. Of course we do. Good God, man. There it is. There's your bull flag. There's your hidden bullish divergence and development. Literally the inverse of the Bitcoin chart. Literally. You got a couple targets. 7.56% and then 8%. Those are your targets. 50%, 618 from the top to the bottom. I don't know how you look at that and you're like, oh, I'm so excited, dude. Super excited. Bullish convergence only on the daily from the low to the higher low with higher levels. That's convergence. Hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. Traditional markets, volume's definitely a variable that should be considered when you're talking about Wyckoff distribution accumulation. Yeah, here I don't know as much, man. There's so many different exchanges. It's way harder to decipher volume accurately in crypto, so you can't put as much weight on it. But like when you see all the exchanges, like this is like what happened on the dump on total market cap, or really Bitcoin and Ethereum. You see the volume on all exchanges, right? It was highest since the COVID, or not COVID crash, my God, highest volume since June 18th, Black Saturday's bottom, where Bitcoin saw, you know, 18,000, less than 18,000 or so, or something like that. So, but yeah, traditional market, something to pay attention to. And I know that in the teachings, of Wyckoff. It's discussed. Okay. All right. That's your US dollar Tether dominance. Massive bullish breakout. Bullishly consolidating after the amazing breakout. And it looks like it's setting up for higher prices. But that's just my opinion, man, based on looking at data. That's it, dude. I hope it's wrong, dude, but good luck hoping on things. You're trying to hope on something, staring to the face of all these variables. All right, BNB that's down today, 0.7%, not catching much of a rally, you know, as it was a good start, bottomed out at 276, went all the way up to $305. Now just kind of stalling. Again, kind of looks better, in my opinion, than Ethereum and Bitcoin, but my problem is you're in a no trade zone. You're either taking profit or going short around 330, 350, or doing nothing, or you're going long or closing a short around 211 to 225. That's it. Those are the only two things to do on BNB based on historical price action. In between those levels, there's not much to do. I mean, you're really, really gambling. You're not, you know, right? You're always looking to be taking positions at inflection points, not in the middle of nowhere, because it is impossible to strategize a stop loss entry and take profit, right? Taking a long now, where are you going to take profit? Well, the next, if say you were to do that, just hypothetically, the area to take profit would be 330 to 350. That's not going to be equitable, a 3-to-1 reward to risk trade if you're just longing here. How do you have stop loss? What, are you just going to put it below 277? What happens? It goes to 266, then pivots, then rallies off that, and then goes to 330, 350. It's like impossible to strategize here. You're gambling in between 225 and 330, 350, okay? There could be an argument for hidden bullish divergence, but good luck with the way Bitcoin looks and Ethereum looks. This thing's going to follow Bitcoin and Ethereum like it always does. Okay, XRP. You know how we feel about XRP. It's just bear flagging? Is it still? Just look at, oh my God. Have traders really settled up outside of this flag? Nah. Of course it could go higher, but dude, this is just not really great price action right now. Let me guess, is there 2-hour bearish divergence here too? Yeah. It's like triple bearish divergence for the most part. Yeah, hard to be confident. Like, even if it breaks upward, I mean, you're staring at this, and what you know about bear poles and bear flags, you stare at something so well developed, something so perfect looking, and how can you be confident in upside? If it goes up, that's great, man, but why? Why would it go up with this, you know? Okay, that's all I got for you is bear flag still there. You know, market participants attempted to breach it, but as you can see, they failed, and that failure is still real. Yeah, triple bearish divergence, really. You know, stagnation and momentum on the 60-minute. Neutral, sitting at 55. Yeah, testing the 200 simple moving average on the 60-minute. I don't think that's really good. I don't think that's what you want to be rejecting. Oh, okay, like 1, 2, 3 locally. Isn't that the same idea of Bitcoin? 3 valleys, 3 peaks. Then it's even. This is just a joke because it's the 60-minute, but it's like I see 1, 2, 3 peaks. Third peak was the highest one, and it was weak, and it was a failed breakout. Wait, what about failed breakouts? Do we know they have consequences? Maybe even on scrubby timescales at the 60-minute. We'll see. And it's got the bearish divergence on the third high. I'm just thinking out loud here. This probably won't end well, but. Okay. That's your XRP. Let's go to Cardano. Then Cardano, dude. Well, looks like a bear flag. Certainly smells like a bear flag. No, that's just Hoskinson's musk. Okay, yeah, bear flag. Below 47 cents. Ping pong between 44 and 47 cents while bear flagging after an impulse down on pretty high volume. That's it, man. Wish there was a change in this market. It's down 1.59% from yesterday. Michael, that's not good. You might end up like Heisenberg. That final scene, you know? He liked it. He was good at it. He did it for him. And he finally felt alive. All right. Wow, dude, Cardano below 44 cents equals 38.8 cents. That would be the measured move. That would certainly be some sort of measured move of this bear pole, bear flag if we see 38.8 cents. I feel pretty confident to see that. If that happened, I would be less surprised than I would be as if Cardano, I'll wake up one day, it's back at 53.4 cents. Okay, I feel like 38 points. It's like, what next? 38.8 or 53.4? Based on what I'm looking at right now, 38.8. If someone put a gun to my head and they made me guess, I would say 38.8. Based on looking at what's developing right now. Okay, Cardano, man. What's after Cardano these days? 32 minutes to your daily close. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bullet sub. Be sure to check out the merchandise for the Vegas meetup. That will be 100%. I mean, it's crowdsourced, so it's like any amount of money that is not contributed, it will be coming out of my pocket. So just use empathy there. All right. So merchandise right here. Spamming it. Okay. Look, remember, 100% of the money that we receive from those pieces of merchandise will be going to fund this event. I'm not making anything from these pieces of merchandise that are being sold. Teespring is. They're making too much. Okay, so it was Sol. Down sloping consolidation might be worse. That might be tremendously worse. Doge is doing this too. If you're below 37.27, what is it? Bearish. Auto bearish. There's nothing to even think about. If you're below 37.27, auto bearish on Sol. Do you hear me? That's it. Below 24.2 on Bitcoin, bearish. Below 1972 on Ethereum, bearish. Below 330 to 350 on BNB, bearish. Do you get it? It's all about the levels, and until you get back above that level, you can't even think about changing. You can't even be like, oh my God, we're at 36.40. It broke the... Nope, doesn't matter until you break above 37, because history tells us what's coming for us if we stay below this level long enough, and it's $21. There's no argument. Straight line down, straight line up. That's it. $21. Eventually on Sol, you stay below 37 long enough.
PFE, please. Potential breakdown of triangle on the daily.
So Truff, yeah, dude. We'll look at Pfizer, sure. Screw all these COVIDian pharma companies owned by frickin' BlackRock, who also own the media, who peer pressured everyone into taking gene therapy for 2 years, year and a half, whatever. Yes, we'll look. Moderna too. Short it. All right, no edge. So there will be an edge maybe at some point, but maybe after you collapse and you're oversold again, maybe when you're back down at 25 on the RSI on the 4 hour, we'll talk about it. But nope, I'm not even want to talk about Sol till $21. Nope. You want to short it, just have a little stop loss above 37.37, 37.27. That's all you got to do, man. Not financial advice, but that's all. That's a pretty low risk area, right? I'm talking strategizing an entry anywhere now, and then a stop loss marginally above that level, because I don't think you might not want to be short on Sol above that level because it might be going to 42.70. But if it stays below that long enough, boom, $21 payday in time. 2 months, the bulls had their chance. The bulls had 2 months, man, to construct an argument, and that argument, we've now learned, is foul. It's bad. It was a bad argument. It was scrubby. It only made it about 50% of the way from the previous high to low. My God, in 2018, at least you were hitting the 618. And it was like a month. You had a month, you go to the 618 every time, and then you collapse again. And this time, we're making it to the 50% retrace and starting to roll over. Oh, just go to Doge, man. Dogecoin. Same issue here, okay, on Doge. Same thing. It's like, a down sloping consolidation structure, which is kind of weird. It's like most are up sloping, and some of these are down sloping. Does that mean there's just such little demand that you can't even make it up slope in the consolidation? It's weird. Below this 6.5 cent area, bye-bye Doge, probably going down to 5 cents to 4.2 cents. It's the same, it's very similar, almost identical in certain ways to Sol, right? As you look at the last analysis and this one, the only difference is Doge is above that May 12th low, and Sol is certainly below it, but they're consolidating identically locally. They're both below their demand lines or their channels they've been in for 2 months. This will probably have similar outcomes to Sol if Bitcoin decides, or Bitcoin market participants decide, yes, this is a valid bear flag, and we're going 19,891 easy. This thing will suffer the same fate as Sol, which means much, much lower prices. Dot. Kind of holding up pretty well today. But in terms of consolidation, after a pretty hard dump, not really feeling confident, man. I mean, I don't think you can really create a consolidation strategy. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's like testing this little August 19th high and can't break it. All right, maybe it's just a rectangle, you know, with 2 on the bottom and then 1 on the top. Yeah, you're rectangling. There you have it. Here's your bearish rectangle. Okay. You're at the top of the bearish rectangle then of sorts, right? And so you could be going to 705 again just locally. A hidden bearish divergence certainly would be developing if you started rolling over here. 2 hour, I'm sure there's bearish divergence. Of course there is. Bearish divergence, man, on the 2 hour. That'll usher in the 4 hour hidden bearish divergence. You better be careful. Proceed with caution in the crypto market again and again and again. Let's go to Shiba, because Shiba is a lone anomaly in this market, but unfortunately has not been able to break its supply line, has not been able to break 1340, which is all you'd think it's nothing. It is nothing. It's this one wick from September 16th, 2021. Evidently, it's everything. The concern, I mean, like, it's above the demand line, it's above the inflection point locally, or at least back from May of this year, 1300, 1296. It's the best looking crypto you could imagine, at least setting up for higher prices. But here's the problem. This will not play out if Bitcoin's done. Bitcoin looks like it's done and getting ready to find resolution, and that means lower prices based on what we know. That's terrible for Shiba. Shiba's not going to be able to hold these supports, even though it looks great. Even though we got an 886 locally, a bat pattern, it doesn't matter, unfortunately. That's what makes me sad, because, man, in another market, this would be the Jesus. We'd be going to 2,000, most likely. You're just not going to catch bids here if Bitcoin's rolling over. That's my problem, man. So, Anonymous, thanks for supporting the event, the upcoming event, September 28th, October 3rd in Vegas. Scott Carney, thank you so much. It's just tough, man. Really, really disappointing, I guess would be the word. And there's an alert as I'm at this asset. The alert goes off. What? But that alert's letting me know, uh-oh, you're at 1296, and if you don't hold this, it's a long way down. Below 1296, the 200 moving average, this little area, you could be going down to 1058 again. So it's just, you know, it's kind of like that whole evolution of a trader where you're talking about the 3 check marks, the 3 X's, right? Where you got to have a bullish macro. Well, whether it's crypto or the index funds, you're always going to be Xing right now. It's not a bullish macro. So X. So the best you can do is be trading along with 2 out of 3, right? Where you have the macro, which would be Bitcoin for Shiba, bearish. So you're already kind of at a disadvantage trying to long anything. Okay, and then you've got the sector, which I guess the sector for Shiba would be scam coins. Doesn't really apply here because it's not a traditional market, and this is not really, and this is the meme stock category. Well, what do we know about meme assets? Utterly devastated, right? GME, AMC, whatever, all the jokes. Bed Bath & Beyond, Doge, Shiba, they're all in the same category of like jokes that just get pumped and dumped on technicals and stuff, or just Reddit, Wall Street bets. So maybe it's an X there. So Shiba, though, hey, not bad, above supports for now. Not much longer by the looks of it. If Bitcoin rolls over, it won't be above supports. That's my concern. So you're batting 1 for 3, doing your assessment of if you like the strength of your long, your potential long is very weak out the gate, because 1 of 3. Bitcoin would have to miraculously turn around on the new day, whatever, not play out, invalidate 2-hour classic bearish divergence that would then invalidate 4-hour hidden bearish divergence. That would have to happen. I don't have confidence that that's going to happen, because I think everything shifted on the big drawdown on high volume a few days ago. So though it is a great setup, it's not going to play out. If Bitcoin does, if Bitcoin respects the TA, Shiba's not going to play out. And it's a sad thing to talk about, because it had so much promise for continuation upward here. Just can't. Sorry. All right. That's it, dude. I'm not looking at any more cryptos, like larger cryptos. That was, one order by market cap size. S&P kind of bounced a little bit, marginally. I'd say no, it didn't do anything. 0.929% up on the day. Going to get driven down by Nvidia tomorrow. Nvidia is a large market cap asset, one of the top 10. So it's going to drive this market down a little bit. So Anonymous, thank you so much for supporting the channel. On the poster. Wow, okay. The canvas prints, always better on those. And they are really high quality. Ask anyone who's bought them. Hey, 777 Athletic, man. Give back the community and spending profits on merch. Thanks, Mitchell. Thank you so much. Athletic man. Kings. It's the merch, man. So, with all that being said, there's a gap fill that did happen 2 days ago, and you haven't moved from there. I think you're probably going down to 4,058 next, but you're in between kind of 2 levels, so it's kind of coin flippish when you're in the middle. I think like after faking, you had a false breakout, right? You might go for a back test, like Ethereum might go for a 1730 back test to reconfirm the validity, fill a gap before drawing down further, or you're just going straight down to 4,058. I would think eventually 4,058 is the target here, whatever happens first, okay? If you break that, though, the big drawdowns coming, like the nasty ones. Like, whoa, we're in part 2 of the big bear market. We were in part 1, now part 2. Once 4,058 breaks again, most likely. Okay. The Dow Jones, same thing. Anything below 33.33 repeating, of course, is very bad. Like awful, like worst case scenario, like minimum 32.33 repeating, of course. Could somebody help me with that?
32.33 repeating, of course.
All right, thanks so much doing the numbers. Yeah, man, there's a long way down. You do not want to be below 33,000 of any sort, because it's a very thin order book. Up, down, and down. You don't want a false breakout above that level and then reject it. So I am bearish on Dow Jones below $33,000. Bearish. Have to be. You can't be bullish below this level, just like anything. It's all technicals, man. You're below the key inflection point. All right. It's the NASDAQ. Below 13K equals 12K in time. I think that's probably where you're headed. Just because looking left, you are trying to hold on to this one little low from March 5th, 2021. Still, it's nothing, dude. I'm thinking 12,000, because you think the S&P and the Dow Jones, they draw down. This is going to draw down with them. And again, 12K at 11.9. If you break 11.9, though, bye-bye. Bye-bye, NASDAQ. Go to $10,823 and then lower. Bear trend continues. Part 2, right? Yes. Checking out the Russ 2000 that did hold this one low from January 2021. It became a very real level after that, right? You can see how many tests of support and resistance. You're above it for now. You could hold it, dude. Now below it, straight down to 1743. So this is one of the 4 index funds that is actually kind of holding an inflection point, right? Everything else below, I don't know how Russell 2000 holds above 1926 of the other 3 index funds draw down further. I don't see how, okay? It's kind of like, hey man, this is like Shiba, kind of holding on, dude, to supports. It's like, Shiba's not going to hold support. Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB roll over because it's implied that they're going to roll over based on oscillators and structural developments.
Hi Mitch, thoughts on QS Daily. Large wedge from 18 February 21st and May 21st with small cipher on 28th July. Thanks, 0.000930066 BTC.
The Qs, you say, huh? Good timing, right?
Technology, what is that all about? Is it good or is it whack?
Talking about a wedge. A wedge, he says. Should give me some anger points. Large wedge from February of 2021 and May of 2021. Only wedge. A wedge? Bro, I'm confused here. Daily. Large wedge. February 18, 2021. Where's February of 2021? February. Okay. Well, it's over. It already it broke, dude. So yeah, there was a structure there, sure. But what's the question, really? What's up, AA on?
I own tip $26.16. Hashtag sell shorts please. I understand they are in CH.11. Recovery plan discussed today while shorters trying to get out of spot short position. Thoughts on 4-hour and daily. 95% liquidity locked on the app. Sell/used it. 0.0157649 ETH.
Well, thank you so much, AA on, not AA Ron, but AA on. Thank you, dude. We'll look at that asset that you desire. Thank you, dude, for contributing to the stream. So just back to BTC UTXO, small cipher, July 28th. July 28th. I can't really speak to the wedge that already played out. All I can tell you is you are closing below a key inflection point today. You broke it 2 days ago for 48 hours now, or 2 trading sessions. Market participants have now regarded this level, this 316 level, as resistance. If that is a real bearish back test that is successful, then the downside potential would take you to, I believe, to $297 to $300 next. That is it. That is it, my friend, on the Qs. So that is also breaking support, just like the S&P, the Dow Jones, and the Nasdaq. Tomorrow it's not going to be good, just because Nvidia is down 5% after hours. Let us go to Nvidia, because the bearish argument was certainly there. It was there on Friday. It was there, you're right? It was there. And now look at you, you're down 4.6%, sitting at $164.30 on earnings. And I'm thinking 147 if this is real. You have a well-established downtrend, then you present a bearish harmonic structure in a downtrend with a type 2 return, with bearish divergence on the oscillators. My God, there was just nothing else. Like, there was nothing but a bearish argument on this. That's it. So now, since earnings, this asset's down 14.2% from its pattern completion zone, and it's type 2. Beautiful. Terrible. Semiconductors, screwed. So screwed. It's not just Nvidia. We looked at these yesterday. AMD as well. So screwed, dude. Below 94.25. Okay, $75, $76. That'd be your next target. Okay, that's it. Bearish harmonic, beautiful bear shark, completes. Type 2s on distribution high, my God, and then you fall below the inflection points that you desperately needed to be above. Nvidia is going to fuel the fire here, and again, I'm thinking $76 is your next target in time if you're patient. The downtrend continues. That's what called a full reset in a downtrend. From your, you make a high, then you roll over, then you rally, and you go 88% of the way. That's full reset in the downtrend. So the reset occurred, and now you're going to continue downward. All right, that's, yeah. Might as well just go to, we're doing a pretty good job keeping up these requests today. Might as well just knock this one out. There's only one, because I've got the other ones out of the way. Where is this exchange? Hit BTC, I'm not seeing it. I know it's out there, but it's making me go through all these tickers. What? No way. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the exchange you requested on Hit BTC. It's not here on TradingView. Am I crazy? Chat? Got an alternative exchange you want me to go to on Celsius? Let me know real quick, okay, before I go. We got less than 12 minutes to your daily close. Like button, bell, sub stuff, right? Let's get a like spike. Just because, hey man, the market conditions aren't great, but come on, dude. T is being respected, at least. Yeah, Adam's a beast. Adam did exceptionally well. Hit near the supply line of that upsloping channel. It's been in for 2 months. Wonderful. Crazy. Just waiting for something from AA on. You can say something, dude. I mean, I'm just going to have to go to like an exchange somewhere, you know, like maybe this one. This one has a decent amount of data. Not really. It's not there then. Yeah, you don't see it either. I should go to Coinbase or something. Is it even on? No, it's on Coinbase. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's a different ticker though. My God. Yeah, but Hit BTC doesn't. It's not there. Can you type in Aeon on your TradingView, sell/USD or sell USD, and tell me that you can find Hitbit? I can't. Yeah, it's starting to take up some time now. Oh God. I'm just gonna go with this one. Yeah, this is sell. Okay, to US dollar. I think this is the most data. There's no way it was like this wasn't listed. Okay, this is FTX. It broke the supply line and did what? It's kind of unbelievable how perfect it was, right? I haven't touched this thing. I never look at this. We looked at it maybe the day or two during that whole bankruptcy crazy scam thing, right? The news break, and this is the channel. And it goes up and it just tests the zone 405, 446. And what does it do? It rejects it like the Jesus. I love it, man. On an asset that is bankrupt, right? Funds are frozen. It still respects the TA in its own right. My God, it's wonderful. Everyone took profit. Everyone covered their shorts up here. They closed and reversed it. And now you're just right back down to the same price you were at August 6th. Oh, it was QS, not the Qs. Well, you can at least be empathetic of my misinterpretation of that. We will look at QS, but nothing wrong looking at the Qs too. That did close below resistance 2 days ago, and it's now back tested that level as resistance. It's not bullish price action for now. Bitcoin near its lows of this 4-hour candle is power hour. That happens every day. I got just about, man. So I would think looking left, you could try to be like, hey man, this is a peak. Okay, 120 after 120, 50 cents. That's all you got, dude. There's nothing else here. You're down 21% today. What were you saying though? Recovery plan discussed. Okay, short squeezed the asset. Now the short squeeze is over. Who would want to own this trash now? No one. No one wants to own this. Not financial advice. Never own this. Never own an asset. What was his? Mashinsky or whatever? Scammer. Massive scammer. Dude, trust me, bro. Don't trust the banks. Trust me with your money. We're not a bank. So therefore, I can scam you and not get really in trouble.
QuantumScape Corp. Common stock. Cheers. 0.000466615 BTC.
Gotcha. Thank you. Yeah, QS. Right. I got you, dude. I don't even know why I looked at it like Qs. I don't know. People say the Qs all the time, you know. I'll get to it right now. That's your sell. Scam. Mega scam. Undeniable scam. If anyone's defending Celsius coin, they are a loser scammer, or they're part of the marketing team for these losers. Screw this asset. I hope it goes to zero. I can't wait. QS. So that's what is it? Electrical parts. So that means screwed. Anything electrical? I don't know, electrical parts. But this asset looks screwed, right? Can't get much worse, can it? Oh, this is the worst. What do you even do with this little guy? Hey, we were listed, and then we just gapped up. My God. So if you disregard the IPO price, I guess look where you are. You're at this. Wow, you're like literally to the cent or hundredth of cent. You're right at it. The lowest, that low from October 30th, 2020. Halloween is upon us. It's very scary. Boo. 11:20. How did you close? Well, you closed below it technically, right? You engulfed. Nice. So you'd be like, bro, is that number head and shoulders? I mean, you could try to look at it that way. Good luck with the macro being so bad. Guess what, chat? We're in a bad market condition, right? And you're staring at an asset that has never made money. Never made money, right? You like owning businesses that can make money, and then because of the SEC, they have to prove that if they're going to make money or not by a quarterly, right, statement letting us know. Well, when they report their quarterly statements, they're always like, we're a massive loser. We never make money. We never make money. We only lose money, actually. So you're staring at an asset that only loses money, and it's confirmed. It's been that way for over a year at least, right? This thing's near its all-time lows. It hit all-time lows recently. Fill the gap even. Oh my God, it filled the gap. But now you're like, hey man, is this a good value area? Not based on their balance sheet. But yeah, dude, you could try to identify left shoulder, head, right shoulder. I guess that's probably why you requested the asset. I wouldn't touch it, man. Just, what's the point? Who cares if it moons? It's a scam, dude. Pretty much a scam. I don't even, what am I going to plot a channel or something? Yeah, we know. It's a long-term downtrend. That's all it does, is lose. I don't even want to try to present some sort of argument for bulls because I don't want anyone to buy this. I mean, like, even if it rallies, dude, what are you going to do, man? Okay, so let's just tell you about the levels. If it can break 1125, I could easily see it going to 1341 minimum, right? Okay. If it can break 1125, I could easily see this thing going right back down to $9.76. You had a bullish engulfing candle today. You closed literally at that low from October 30th, 2020. That's it. So if the bullish engulfing candle catches follow through, you could very well break it and go to 1341. That's it. If it's a scrub and the market rolls over, going back down to 976. Okay, that's all I got for you. Ascending broadening wedge for 2 months. Yeah, maybe. Which is awful, right? It's not good. Here's your supply line. And here is your demand line incoming. The demand line. Yeah, you got a false bearish breakdown, broke back above it. So let's see. False bearish breakdown is consequence, I guess, right? Even on a scrub like this. See how this goes. All right. Sorry, that's all I got for you. We got 3 minutes, 20 seconds. So your daily candle close. So let's just do a little bit of an early. An early local on the 8s. Oh my God. Currently on Bitcoin. Bear flag. Bear pull. Bear flag. Bearish engulfing candle confirmed. Soon. Less than 3 minutes. Goodness. Been a good stream so far. I'm on live an hour. Kind of dead. The market was dead today. I mean, but now seeing some more of this scrubby price action. But now you're at the lows of the day on Bitcoin. Right, Bitcoin has not been this well. I take that back. This is the lows of the 4-hour candle, but it's down on the day. It's going to close lower than it did yesterday, which I believe it closed yesterday around 21,500 or so. But hasn't broken the bear flag yet, but just patience, man. This is starting to get really well established. And that 2 hours telling us something. The 2-hour bearish divergence is now playing out, right? We're really starting to catch some resolution off of this, aren't we? And, you know, the target, I'm guessing, the flag would be around $21,100. Dude, let's go, Raft, man. Thank you, dude. Holy crap.
That boy is good.
Bit/USD please. 0.03018576 CDH.
We will look, dude. Thank you so much for the $150.17 on the day. Obviously, Session Top Jesus, carrying the weight of the entire stream. Thank you so much, man. Wow. Amazing, dude. Holy crap. So chat, here, I mean, TA is being respected right now. Top of the flag. We knew 22K could happen. It got 21.9 something. And then scrub time scale telling us reversal coming. It's reversing right now. And then this is going to usher in 4-hour hidden bearish divergence, which implies a continuation downward where we eventually break the flag. And then I'm thinking 19,891, target eventually. It's just my watch list, Jim Mama, man. I could look at the USD. Just normally Binance has a lot of data, a lot of volume, and a lot of data. So I'm getting like all the candles from the beginning for the most part. Not all of them, but most of them. Like if I'm looking at Coinbase exchange for everything with US dollar, then it's like I'm getting like half the data, the historical data on the chart. It's like I don't want to do that. I want to see like everything I can, you know. All right, chat. New day. Jesus chimes.
Price gonna dip.
Not worried about a water breakout. All we cared about was a water back test of spring off an old level from like 2016. And that was beautiful. Okay, so let's see how this goes. You've just begun, man. You've just started showing negative momentum after that histogram island was created and waned, and now you're negative. And you again, you failed to breach into the bullish control zone on the 2-hour. Everything's bearish, man, right now. All your oscillators. I mean, yeah, the one thing that was good about the little rally today was the 4-hour got out of the bearish control zone, which isn't necessarily like great. It's just better than staying in 40, right? But dude, you go above the 4-hour, you go to like the 8-hour bearish control zone, right? A failed attempt to breach into neutrality, you're bearish again, bearish control zone. 8-hour, 12-hour, Bearish control zone, right? Very, very bearish. 36. And then the daily, of course, undeniably, is a bearish control zone, rejecting 40. I mean, that's so bad. And then, of course, do you even need to see it? Do you need to see the 3-day that is right? You know, it's maybe, okay, wow, it's at 40.8. Believe me, if all those things happen on the less significant time scales, this is going back below 40. And then one more, the weekly, certainly the bearish control zone, 33.48. A lot of downside potential. Could you imagine Bitcoin doing this on the weekly? You know how low of a price we'd be at 17,000 or lower. Be probably 14,000, maybe even 11,000 if Bitcoin does this on the weekly. God, I hope not, man. But that's when you'd have a discernible edge on a very significant time scale. And just looking at your weekly, bearish engulfing candle, tweezer top, closed below the 200-week moving average as we'd spent 3 weeks breaking it, back testing it, confirming prices above it, and then to just give it all back. Big yikes. I'm not, Shane, I'm not being negative. You're using the word wrong. I'm not being, chat, how am I being negative? Just because I'm presenting a bearish argument. That is the exact same amount of positivity, negativity, whatever word you want to use, when I flip all the charts over and start talking the other way. That's not negativity. Stop using that word. And stop using the word shill to say, I'm shilling your channel. That's a negative connotation and denotation. By the way, total, we go back to it. Bearish engulfing candle confirmed. Same argument on all these, right? Total, Ethereum, Bitcoin. And what we understand is, even after reading all these things, and the argument being so strong for bears, there is always a chance. Massive pump. Always. Like, just because that's the way markets are. Just saying that, so you understand that I'm not speaking in certainty at all. I'm speaking in probability. Probability, right? When you have a bunch of different time scales all implying the same thing, when you start having massive drawdowns, false bullish breakouts, bear pull, bear flags represented, your probability is elevated of more downside now. But it doesn't mean it's certainly going to play out. No, I don't think there's anything Paul Wall about this, dude. This is a statement. This is a statement, in my opinion, right? This is psychology, buyers and sellers. I could be wrong, right? Been wrong before, be wrong again. I'm just saying, like, this type of price action after a massive drop, a massive drawdown with high volume, this is representing the bullish argument. The bull's argument is unable to do anything because sellers are back in control of the market, at least for now. Until that changes. Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. Normally it's like I'm advocating for one thing, I can't talk about the other one. I just normally forget. Here's the Discord link. Join it if you haven't. You get notified when I go live. YouTube will fail you. You will miss live streams, especially if they're like emergency broadcasts, like at 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 10 a.m. because you're just not going to know. But if you're in the Discord, you will always be notified by Brad or me personally when I'm live on stream. Waiting for that. There you go.
What do you think the 10K student loan forgiveness money will be spent on?
I mean, I would hope that it would be going towards people's debts. Hey, someone's $100,000 in debt with student loans. Hopefully they pay the 10K that they owe. But again, I mean, pretty sure it's unconstitutional. And I don't know how this happens, you know. Oh, I can just waive $300 billion total of money. You know, just waive it. I don't know. They're sending the money to Ukraine like that too. I have no idea. It's a clown world we live in now. None of this stuff makes sense. And I think it's controlled demolition of our entire society. So whatever. So Gavel. Waiting for it to play. Use it on 2 months of rent. There you go, dude. Sure.
Can you check the ProShares Ultra 7 to 10 year Treasury, UST? Thank you, good sir.
Yeah. Yeah, why not, man? Let's go to, well, let me knock out BIT to the US dollar first for Raft. He didn't give me exchange, did he? No. Coinbase, maybe? Looks like there's data here. Well, it's just your typical bubble pop, and did it quite make a 786, 886? It, you know, clearly at an inflection point, it inflected, right? It fell below it and then got back above it. Like many assets, many altcoins broke these key levels, and
They should all buy Shiba with the 10K of liquidity.
Look, man, if Bitcoin's rolling over, dude, it's like no crypto is really gonna be safe. It sucks, dude. Kind of sucks. So that candle high close right there. We'll go with the wick too. That's a clear inflection point. Well, I mean, straight down, straight up. Not always straight down, right? But straight down, up, down.
This was the most helpful
straight
stream
up.
of yours for me. Thanks you for always being around.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, A, for the very kind words. The words mean more than that contribution right there. That's very nice. Thank you, dude. In a situation like this is certainly, quite possibly, the highest risk area you could ever imagine to take a fresh long. Might be a low risk short entry area with a stop loss above 54.6 cents. And, you know, I know there's no confirmation or anything like that, but you understand price action. What happens with rejections here? You could be making your way back down to 47.5 cents again. If the market rolls over, that's probably where you're going, man. If it just does what it does historically, probably this. And then maybe there you take a long. Like, there's no point even looking at this asset unless you're talking about shorting it until 47.5 cents. That's all you can do, man. This is like, there's no opportunity here unless you're possibly talking about a short. This is the 4 hour too, so it's just one high. Not even really much of an edge.
This was a really helpful stream. Thank you.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, A. 2 A's now. We got, thanks for the 840, unless you're a different A. The other A was just normal A. You were 8A period. Right, he's putting his statement down, man. His foot down with the period, dude. Thank you. Let's go to the daily on this. Well, again, man, it's just like, sure, keep going, but you just went 5 weeks in a row with green candle closes. 5 weeks. And now you've hit this is just like Ethereum. Oh my God, man, you went straight up to 1793. Might be a good area to take profit off that run that lasted that long, and now you've tweezer top bearishly engulfed. This is, again, there's nothing to do here until you come back down to 47 cents. Even though nice, man, it was really, really nice harmonic. Really, really nice M shape of sorts. Right, I'm not going to argue with that. It was like an alternate bat or something, right? Yep, 382, 886. There it is, man. There you get yourself a little bat. Alternate bat, not a regular bat, just alternate bat. 382 on B. It's, you know, it's close enough. Yeah, 3% threshold. So at the 886 just happened to be a couple peaks from history, right? And peaks from history or valleys from history equal inflection, right? You inflected here June 2022, 14th, June 26, 2022, July 15, 2022. It acted as resistance. Maybe in like the future, it would act as support. Well, it ended up holding, and you did what? Straight up to the next inflection point. And now that's it. Yeah, I would say that this is a reversal area, or at least a reaction area. Monthly, yeah, I'm gonna wait because I'm thinking before the month's over, Bitcoin's getting that resolution we've been looking for. So yeah, talking about monthly candle close coming, but I'm thinking the candle will probably be lower by the end of the month. Like I'm thinking the next week we catch resolution, but you know, whatever. I'm not one to be like timing the market and stuff. I'm just thinking the way things have been going. All right, what was that request again? Oh yeah, first gabble. Let's go to it, man. The UST. Well, I've been here. Yeah, I have memory of this place. You know, I'd identified some sort of whacked out harmonic pattern that far exceeded it, right? Like it was nothing. Went to the most reasonable area though, okay? I have this somewhere else. I think I look at the bond futures chart, which is the same chart here. You bounce, but you're coming back down to 50 to 51 for a test, I think. No, I don't think this is some sort of inverse head shoulders yet. No. Yeah, I think we're coming for a back test of $51 in time on this, and that's about it, man. Okay. Your inflection zone is very, very clear here. There it is, right? Oh my God. Below that, bye-bye. 45.55 below 50. Which you haven't seen that since 2011 and 2010. No idea. Right. Hold on, let me show you what I'm talking about, what I've been looking at. Or normally when I do, it's UB1. It's right here, okay? You want to talk about scary, chat? This is U.S. Treasury bond futures, okay? You had a reciprocal ABCD. 50% on C and a 200 on D, and this is it. The sheer underperformance leads me to believe this thing's about to collapse. You're about to breach a level back from 2010, 11, 12, shoot man, 15 and 18, and yes, just recently 2022, June of 2022. This thing's in a lot of trouble. I don't even know what's going to happen when this support breaks, which it's about to. It's like it could happen tomorrow. If you're out there in this world and you have TradingView, go ahead and set up your alert on bond futures. Right? Just below 147.22, because that's what's, yeah, dude, that's everything. All right, you felt it was a fall, you know, it was like a fake out on the 16th of June. But this time, man, you better look out. Look, like you failed the first time. You rallied. It was pathetic. There was not enough demand, and it's rolling over again. Better look out, man. 136.23 is your target if you break 147.22, which is, it could happen tomorrow. That's where you're at it right now. Critical areas, play the song. Housing prices drop for the first time in 3 years. Largest drop since 2011. Yup, get wrecked.
Imagine the pumps when Putin and Biden are no longer in power.
Well, Putin's not going out of power. I don't even remember. How did Biden even get in power? Power, by the way. Let's act like this senile old man, career politician, is actually running the show. He's not. He's a puppet, dude. He's just happy to be there. He wanted to be president his whole life. He got it. Now he's senile. His dementia, his brain's deteriorating. And we got to pay for it. Nice. So bonds chat. Screwed. Forgot to look at gold. Oh, there it is, chat. Sauron still staring you. The Tower of Barad-dûr is still very real, potentially. Target still 1682, 1677 again. Hidden bearish divergence playing out, but it hasn't really completely played out. Silver, same thing. Oh my god, you caught a bid today, man. You caught a couple bids, man. Well, you hit 2 targets of the bearish dragon. And we know that you hit 2 of the 3, the third one's a bonus for the continuation of the long-term downtrend. I think you'll get there, but you might have a very nice rally, 20 bucks or more, before rolling over later after making a lower high than the previous high. Yeah, so just remember, U.S. oil broke out yesterday. If you were around to see it, it was the breakout. Finally, right? It held $87, inflection point. You held it a couple times, springback test. And now you're above 95 bucks. That means you can go to $100 from here. Anything above 95 bucks is 100 bucks based on history. So that it could be on the way, man. Not overbought. Here's a neckline, potential double bottom. Yeah, you're like trying to break out of a potential double bottom as of today. It all started with a harmonic, but maybe you're bottoming out for a little while.
Biden couldn't make the cut as a greeter at Walmart. And even if he did, he'd get fired for being a creep around little girls.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm not even going there. Thank you, dude, for the contribution. No, I did not watch Rings of Power. Why would I watch Rings of Power when I've read Silmarillion? I don't need Amazon and their woke trash production team to tell me what happened in Silmarillion. I know. Galadriel was never a she-man. Okay? "13 Kings of Numenor." Oh, yeah. All right, U.S. oil, we've got natural gas. Okay, so this is the issue, okay? Right? We got concerns here. We know fundamentally natural gas going to all-time highs makes all the sense in the world based on the energy policy of these bureaucrats in charge. Remember where we are. We are in good times. Well, we were in good times, create weak men, and now we're in weak men create bad times. That's where we are right now in that cycle. So, like without looking at technicals, of course, $16 makes sense because this is the worst energy crisis we've had right in our lifetime. Oh, by far. And it's, again, people's fault. Politician, bureaucrats' fault. They put Greta Thunberg in charge. So now here we are. But here's the technical thing. It looks like a cup with handle, but my issue is the dark cloud cover, bearish reversal right here. Bearish divergence. Massive bearish divergence of the daily with the dark cloud cover. I have concerns about that. So now I have a conflicting argument because it's like, you know, like a trade setup's normally like you're able to manage your risk at lower risk areas and it's easier to strategize your stop loss and your entry and your take profits. But when you're at a completed structure like cup with handle here potentially, and you're at the handle or you're at the neckline of the cup with handle, it's not low risk. There's no strategic entry on a potential breakout buy. And you just presented a bearish, very bearish argument at this resistance from history that was tested for the first time a couple days ago, $9.80, $10. So I just am conflicted here. Technicals could definitely be presenting an argument for reversal here, but fundamentally, I get like why all-time highs on natural gas eventually, and the cup with handle's still not dead. You know, it's still valid for now. Okay. Cotter, man, there's a amazing like family tree that is good to study. Right, it's a 300-page book, but it's more like 1,000+ pages if you truly want to know, like where everyone comes from, right? Like the sons and daughter of Fenway, and you know everything. Like Arundel, like who is his mom and dad, all those things, right? Takes so long to learn it, but I thought it was very rewarding and amazing studying all that, like taking my time reading the book and what's going on here, let me make sure I'm on base. I'd look at the map of Bellerand, and then I would also look at the family tree, right, and just make sure I was on base, because it's like that's the best way to read it, man, in my opinion. Was there any more requests? I think that was it. Yeah, that was the last request, man. So there's your natural gas. Good. Super thick book. Man, you might have been reading the frickin' first edition. That's what I bought. It paid good money for that. Here it is, chat. Here's your bear flag on Bitcoin again. The book is called Silmarillion. What is it called, Daniel? Are you talking about Hilaxor or whatever? Talking about the Feanor and Fingelfin? When all their people went from Amman to Bellerand? I think it's Hilaxor. Whatever. That's where, that's the same passage that Morgoth and Ungoliant took too. Yes. Yeah, no lie. Why? Because the tree's gone. And Ungoliant's stomach, dude. Anyway, so just I think we've got the basics down today. I think we talked about everything you need to know. You're updated. And you just confirmed a bearish engulfing candle in the 4-hour, and you're still in the bear flag, and there's 2-hour bearish divergence that's beginning to play out, which would usher in 4-hour hidden bearish divergence. Most time scales are still in the bearish control zone, and 4-hour will be going there if you're going to see the bottom of this flag again. All right.
What are the odds historically that this bear flag breaks to the upside and out of the channel?
I don't know. Hold on. Let's see. Let us see. Let's try anyway. I mean, let us give it a shot. There's a table of contents on this thing, dude. Oh. So bear flags, look, or just flags. $335. looking for the false breakdown. Well, busted pattern performance, but there's like failure, right? I don't know. I'm having trouble, man, finding it. You know, stream, like, we're kind of good on the stream, but just kind of wrapping it up. Well, here's the breakout performance, dude. It's tough, man. Oh, here we go. Maybe bear market up breakout. Here we go. Because I think we're in bear market now, but up breakout. But see, it's tough because he talks about like the percentage. So if you're in a bear market and there's an upward breakout, which would be the situation, I guess, depending on the rise to the decline, like if there's a 5% rise or decline, there's about a 4 to 3% chance. Oh man, I don't know, man. It's tough to read this. This is. I don't know. Anyone want to help me with that? Yeah, it's Polkowski, dude. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to find it or something. Busted pattern performance. Ignore them. What? Bear market, up breakout. So we studied 133 different bear market upward breakouts. Not applicable, busted pattern performance, NA. Yeah, I don't know, like how much the average rise, let's just say, in this situation, if it did break upward, would be 17% average decline. But a bear market down breakout average performance minus 25%. Dang, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a good question. I really, maybe if I'm not live, I could figure it out better. Okay, so it's like focus on failures. The flag, while obeying the confines of the two down-sloping trend lines, has a good volume trend. Prices should continue higher after the flag completes, but do not. So that would be like, if we're talking about a bull flag. So sometimes an excessively long formation suggests an impending failure or weak price move. So we're good still. This is not too extended of a pattern. And let's just go into an example of this. So one thing in volume, he talks about volume on the flags, and you want to see divergence, which unfortunately we're getting. So oh my God, dude, right? The flag, the high volume, and then the higher we go, the lower the volume is. So you do have divergence on the volume here. He says that's important. I don't know, like his stats aren't showing like the percentage of successful bear flags. 17 or 12% have declines over 45%. Yeah, tough, man. Tough, I don't know. Yeah, the flag's so slow we can read the book. Anyway, maybe y'all come back to me tomorrow. Do some research yourself, right? And let's talk about it, you know. You want to see loop, not loop ring.
Hi Mitch, can you check our
Royal
LC,
Caribbean? What is
Thanks
it?
a lot.
RLC? Can't remember. So is it? Yeah, man. No, it's what? RLC's a crypto? Oh god. Nice trend for now, yeah? Nice trend for now. I've been here before. Good god, dude, it's been a long time since I've been here. Well, it's hitting a level, you know, it hit the key level I had plotted here for a long time now. Let's extend that out. There it is, you hit it. That's a big one, and that's everything. So yeah, you're stair stepping, aren't you? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Probably a nice little channel here. There's your uptrend. I would say, right, if we know the levels that are very important and we know that the run's been good, don't you think we're on the higher risk of things now? Until you were to break 188, which you can't and you won't if Bitcoin collapses. Like, the time to be requesting this asset certainly was going to be either July 14th or July 26th. Because these lines have been plotted for over a year, man. Like, look at this, going back to 2019. This was the area. So now, like, since you've hit this level and you're rallying to go test it again, it's hard to be like, oh yeah, man, yeah, low risk for an entry. It's not. Like, what I appreciate, it's higher highs, higher lows since the bottom, but I can't appreciate it being at a level that makes sense to take a fresh long, and that's kind of what the best requests are like. Hey man, this looks like a strategic entry for a long or short. This one's not at all, right? It's kind of in the middle of nowhere and pumped yesterday. There's nothing to do at all.
I feel like at some point the majority is going to get faked out majorly to the downside and it will be hard to swallow. Don't you?
Faked out to the downside. What do you mean? What does that mean, faked out to the downside? It means it won't go to the downside? It's faking that it's going down, but it doesn't? I don't understand that question. Really don't understand. Because I could interpret that other ways too, I guess. Sorry, great, man. 176, 188 is the threshold. You break that, and my God, you're going probably 217 above that, probably 250. But for now, you're below it. But nice, you're uptrending still. You're in the channel. What if you go down to 110? Well, then you're probably oversold in the uptrend. That might be a more reasonable level. You know, it's long. Faked out to the downside. Are you saying a false bearish breakdown?
Percentage probabilities of violating the pattern, with failures in terms of it performing, but then reversing in the other way of the flag in time.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't get to see that in the book.
Faked out to the downside will be a book pretty soon.
Thank you, dude. Well, again, right? I mean, it's cool that you've had such a nice rally. You've been uptrending, but long term, you are in a downtrend. Until you breach above 247 to 260, long-term downtrend is intact, right? All you're doing from the high to low is just retracing for now and testing old levels as resistance, and that's it. So, but it's nice. Yes, higher highs, higher lows. No one's arguing with that. You're above the 200-day moving average, bullish engulfing candle yesterday. I mean, these are all great things, but if we're talking about fresh longs, man, you had the best chance at old inflection points from 2019, back testing them as support twice, and that was late July. That was the time to really be requesting. Everything's been playing out since then. So it's like you're putting me in a bad position. Like, shoot up by now, it's like, it looks okay, but it's, what would be your literal reasoning besides an engulfing candle? Is it add a strategic entry where you could set up a stop reasonably below that? Nah, not really. Oh, bulls get wrecked. I mean, whatever, dude. All I can do is identify a structural development on a chart. We look at it. We look at all the time scales. We look at everything, and it just kind of screaming more probable downside than upside. But you haven't broken down yet, so that's it. Oh, ISM's extremely important, man. Have we hit 0 yet? Or 50 yet? Because 50 means auto recession.
Shout out to Maxwell Shockley.
Shout out Maxwell Shockley. Thanks so much, dude, for 20. Kings, dude. It's not an EMA, it's an
Trump
SMA.
not the main reason we are in this mess. Putting interest rates to 0% and printing infinite of money to pump the stock markets. It's not all Biden's fault.
If we're going there, then how about we go with Western leaders following a communist regime's way of fixing the problem, locking down their entire populace. That was really it, man. More than anything. Okay. Like following communist China's way of dealing with this virus that they released. That was what did us in. All of the West. Now authoritarianism's everywhere. It's like bullish divergence on authoritarianism. Yeah. Tyranny. Maxwell just turned this on. What's up, dude? Shout out to you, man. From Shockness. Okay, another day in the bear flag. Whatever. Pray for Bitcoin if you want Shiba to play out, which is the best looking one right now. But if Bitcoin rolls over, there's no way Shiba plays out. But if Bitcoin can just hang on for a little bit longer or break upward, my God, if it breaks upward, Shiba's going to moon. It's just hard to have confidence when, you know, the macro sucks, meme stocks suck, meme sector sucks, and then you just got a lone Shiba by itself looking good. The conditions are just not as favorable as they could be. Not even close. All right. Well, I appreciate likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. No one bought a shirt today. Literally, no one in this stream bought a shirt to support the Vegas meetup that we're doing. That's disappointing too. Oh man, again, I'm not making a dime on it. I'm just spending the money that I receive from that to fund the event that will be extremely expensive. That's all I'm doing. So, I'm saying, appreciate y'all coming out. I'll be back. Till next time, respect the TA.
Was Trump not the main reason?
Hey, Trev, What are you talking about? You're literally wrong. I looked at the requests. If you're gonna watch the stream, you could at least not talk out your ass. Thanks. You're watching my stream for free, kid. Oh, I make mistakes, man. I mean, that little passive-aggressive comment. You could be like, hey, man, did you know you missed a Fiverr request, or the Pfizer request? Instead, you say, what'd you say? Like a scrub? The least you could do if you're getting paid $15 to look at it. You could have just... I missed it. I didn't see it. Whoops. Like, I'm here, man. Look, I'm looking at the request. But you had to be so rude about it. Because I'm human and look at many requests every day, 7 days a week. You messaged me 10 times? Oh, I see no messages in my Discord. I don't look at the chat all the time. Lord, man. Kind of unbelievable. Over an hour. Messaging me. What are you talking about? Messaging me. When you post in the live chat, that's not a message, dude. Anyway, good God. See, making it not about the charts. This is the part I hate about live streaming. When it's not about the charts, about some drama bullcrap. So Pfizer gonna collapse probably. This is bearish. 47.53, then you go to 46.16, and then 43.40, and then after that, okay, $37. It's a very real descending triangle of sorts with a base of buying at this zone of inflection, and once it's broken, massive drawdown. The higher highs, higher lows are over. They're done. Because you realize the stream ended, right? And it's the first time I can actually look at chat, and chat like really dies when I leave the stream. So it's the only message, yeah, I saw, because I'm not able to look at the stream like that well when I'm streaming to provide you free content, you know, every day. Anyway, bearish. 46.16 next, 43.40, and then 37.16 eventually after that. That's it, dude. Okay? You don't have to hit me ever again. I get it, man. You don't ever have to contribute to the stream ever again. Okay? If you can't be empathetic, I don't need the contribution from someone who just won't be empathetic. I'll be back later.